no further comment. But the most infamous fish
and
has been nicknamed the ball cutter.
The what cutter? The what? The what? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to RICHLEV fam. Now today, bro, we got why the Amazon makes Australia look like a joke? Okay, bro. Now, we haven't learned about the Amazon as much as we have watched a lot of animal videos and type of things like that. We haven't really learned deeply about the Amazon itself. So we're gonna see why it makes Australia look like a joke, which is a very big statement because, as you know, Australia got some crazy ass shit going on over there, man. They got a witch pot and they just throwing any type of ingredients in there to make the craziest animals known to mankind. So without further ado, man, so grab your popcorn and let's see. Also, totally forgot to mention, Casual Geographic is the channel. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my boy Casual Geographics. Makes peak videos on animals all the time. So yep, let's go. What the f?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Hold on, bro. Wait, are you telling me this motherfucker, this has to be a leopard, right? I'm assuming that's leopard patterns. I'm pretty sure. This motherfucker went in the ocean, in the territory of motherfucking, I'm assuming that's a crocodile, alligator, whatever it is. Motherfucker went in there, got it there, and it's like, no, you're mine now. You my food. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell. And he just dragging him out like it's, like it's a little ant or something.
If Australia is Satan's sandbox, then the Amazon is its older brother raised by Brazil's Snake Island and tutored by the Darien Gap while babysat by the Serengeti. The land of felony deer and eight-legged landlords is a country club compared to the largest rainforest.
Okay, eight-legged landlords scare me, my nigga. You tell me I'm gonna have to rent from one of those giant spiders in Australia, but even bigger, man.
Country club compared to the largest rainforest and factory of nonsense on the planet. Because Australia is not that bad for what its reputation is, and for the most part, discernment and common sense will keep you in present tense. But also the Amazon will take Australia's lunch money. This is a jungle that has swallowed cities, animated nightmares, and even Charles Darwin was naturally selected as a tribute to the forest. Allegedly.
Wow.
The Amazon is a living bullet hell from top to bottom, but the most dangerous animals in it, and the ones most likely to leave you full-time horizontal, will.
They said leave you full-time horizontal. Yo, I've never heard that before. That's a good little pun.
Will surprise you. And what better way to start than with the actual king of the jungle?
Oh my lord. See, that looks like a cheetah to me. That's a cheetah, right? Wait, no, I'm confused, bro.
Jaguar, the cat whose name means he who kills with.
Wait, the what?
The Jaguar.
The Jaguar.
Cat whose name means he who kills with one leap. Fitting, because this cat is a walking one-shot and arguably one of the most unfair apex predators out there. They can swim better than any big cat ever should. They can also climb, and these talents they'll combine to rain absolute pain on the
Oh lord, this motherfucker jumping in, belly diving. Oh hell no. Oh hell no, I'm never going to the Amazon. Yeah, I'm only gonna order my food from there, bro. I'm not my food, my products. I mean, you can't order food on Amazon though. I guess I'll order everything from that motherfucker. I ain't going though. Actually, I don't know. I feel like that would be a pretty good video in the future if I ever touch grass.
Absolute pain on the food chain. Jaguars are the third largest cat and the biggest you'll find in America.
Siberian tiger, length 2.7 to 3.3 meters. Jesus Christ. 180. Okay, jaguar is about 56 kilograms through 90, so that 120 through 212 pounds. The African lion is about 300 to 550 pounds. That's fucking insane, bro. African lions are really that big, huh? Hey, they are the kings of the jungle in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I got it tatted on me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Siberian tiger, holy fuck.
But pound for pound,
600?
No other cat bites harder. Thanks to a wide skull packed with masseter muscles and a shorter jaw for more crushing leverage, a motivated jaguar is said to have a bite force 7 times its own body weight, outclassing their carnivorous counterparts. The bull shark of the big
So this is a jaguar. Bro, you know what? Now I need to educate myself on the differences, bro, because I'm thinking it's a cheetah. Difference between cheetah, leopard, and jaguar. I gotta educate myself now, bro, because I feel stupid. All right, distinguished by coat patterns, body shape, and habitat. Cheetahs have a solid spot and a slender bill for speed in Africa. Leopards have small, hollow rosettes. All right, let me see, bro. Let's see this video.
Now here's where it gets.
See, this is why I said a leopard, because I seen this, right? And cheetah is just all solid little. See, I noticed. A jaguar. See, this is where it gets confusing, because like it looks like this, but there's dots inside of this thing, if that makes sense. sense.
and where I can tell the difference,
Okay.
especially between a leopard and a jaguar. Notice that the leopard has rosettes, spots shaped like roses with no central dots.
It's
The
so
jaguar
beautiful. Oh my God, it's so beautiful, man. Look at this animal.
The jaguar has rosettes too, but with a dot inside.
With a dot inside. Okay. See, that's why I was confused. Okay, so I was right. I wasn't completely stupid on it. You know, I knew that leopards had this, you know, this shape, but I forgot, or not that I forgot, I didn't know that there was a dot inside the rosette, that's what it's called. Okay. Yep. Hey, we learn something new every day, man.
Through a sea turtle's carapace, which they
Wait.
The bull shark of the big cats has a bite that can break through a sea turtle's carapace,
What?
which they regularly prey on. They also
What?
flatline cayman, thanks to the jaguar's habit of going for the back of the head.
Oh
It's
my
a hell of
gosh.
an attitude adjustment, one that can penetrate the
Yo, look at this picture right here.
jaguar's habit
Holy
of going for
fuck.
the back of the head. It's a hell of
Look at this picture. Oh, wow. This is an insane picture. You just looking directly at the camera like, you want next? I'm still hungry. You know that, right?
an attitude
Yo.
adjustment, one that can penetrate the skull and pierce the brain and leave a cayman anything but okay. So
Oh,
safe to say,
Lord.
you'd have no chance if John Whiskers decided to make you a memory. Victims of jaguar attacks all have one thing in common, and it's that they all look like they were mauled by a claw hammer. In 2010,
Jesus Christ.
17-year-old
I mean, you saying that bite force is strong enough to just snap a fucking turtle shell? You know how hard turtle shells is, my nigga? You know how hard the motherfuckers get? Yo. Yeah, he's too OP. He's way too OP, dude.
returning from a fishing trip when a jaguar exploded out of a ravine and jumped onto the boat, knocking both into the water before resurfacing with the teen's head in its mouth. A bystander fended the cat off with an iron pipe, and somehow the teen survived despite devastating head trauma, memory loss,
Wow.
and bone fragments from his skull nearly piercing his brain. In 2008, a jaguar wandered into an open tent and mauled the 21-year-old inside to death, with his body found with fatal damage to his
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you see this motherfucker creeping around the corner, just go ahead and say your goodbyes. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, there's no getting out of that shit. There's no swimming. There's no running. There's no nothing you can do with this motherfucker, boy. Like, you just better hope and pray that he's just not hungry. He just ate a big ass meal or something, bro. Or like gets distracted by something else. But if that motherfucker make eye contact with you, you're cooked. You're cooked.
spinal cord. Jaguars are the Amazon equalizer, and what many people would fear most in the jungle, but the humbling part is,
Look at it.
they could
Leaping out that
easily
bitch.
do way worse.
Oh my
Of all the big cats, it's jaguar attacks that are the least likely, other than snow leopards, and they live on heaven's driveway. From 1950 to 2025, there have been only 84 recorded jaguar attacks on people in the Brazilian Amazon, with 13 deaths that we know of. Not only is that a little more than one attack a year, many incidents involve hunters flanked by hunting dogs. Most people
Jesus
that have run
Christ.
into a wild jaguar will tell you they're more likely to barely acknowledge you and just keep it pushing. This is an apex predator that actively avoids us.
All right, you know what? That changes my thing then. You might not be cooked. But I'm just saying, I guess my point still stands that if it decides it wants you, you're cooked. That still stands. But yeah, just because it may make eye contact with you or whatever, it might actually be scared of you, which will be your lucky day.
And for good reason. Considering humans nearly wiped them out and they're only just starting to come back to the United States, we're definitely what this brolic big cat has nightmares about. And while none of that's anything,
I mean, I guess we're the only ones that could stop him with, outside force using pew-pews. I don't want to say. YouTube's so fucking stupid with all my videos.
solace if you do get pressed by a jaguar, there's actually much worse things to encounter in the Amazon than a leopard that lifts. For example,
Yo. Swimming on Amazon here. What the hell?
you'll
Nigga
probably never hear a
queefing?
sound like that in the Amazon. But if you do, you may never hear anything ever again, because a gang of giant river otters can absolutely cancel you.
Oh, hell
One alone
nah.
can grow to 6 feet.
Yeah, I'm sorry though. Like, this is just bad instincts right here, bro. If you hear any type of weird noise, I'm getting the fuck away. Nigga, I'm not expecting. I'm not leaning down towards the water, especially towards the water, my nigga. Dirty water. You can't see nothing. Something just come out and get you. Oh hell no, bro. My blackness tapping in.
Because a gang of giant river otters can absolutely cancel you. One alone can grow to 6 feet long and is tough enough to square up with a jaguar, but an army
Damn.
of Arianas is like a high-functioning water wolf pack. These giga otters will also
Oh yeah, he saw the other ones come up. That jaguar's like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Not today, man. Y'all not finna jump my ass.
victimize cayman, with scientists
Came back,
watching
though.
a pack of fur piranhas eviscerate a 5-foot cayman to nothing. No bones, no skull, just a former concept in under 45 minutes.
What?
Giant otters are built like a bad trip, with eyes that could win a staring contest with the void. But just like with jaguars, it's actually their cousins that do more damage. Despite local legends of giant otters capsizing canoes and
that looks like a whole ass nigga, bro. I swear I seen somebody look like this before, bro. Nah. So, yo, people literally, there's no way. This is somebody's Theo, bro.
tearing the canoeists to shreds.
Nah,
this
deadass.
bug-eyed, breaststroking abomination mostly eats fish and rarely comes into contact with people. There's no case of a wild
Thank the
giant
Lord.
otter authoring a human obituary.
That neck dude.
If one did, it would likely be defensive. But God help you if you offend otters enough for that, because this man showed what the consequences could be. Because after rescuing a child that had fallen into the otter den,
no.
Sergeant Silvio Hollenbach was swarmed and mauled by a family of enraged.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's the thing. Like, one of them you could maybe try to fight off or whatever, but they all come after you with all the, and their teeth look sharp as fuck too. All of them just come and maul your ass like you stand no chance. You stand no chance.
Ultimately killed him.
You're in their territory now.
But an important fact is, it was likely in defense of recently born otter pups. So just like a jaguar, this is an apex predator that's more likely to ignore you than gore you. But it's always best to respect a creature that could put a jaguar in reverse with no key. Which is why you should be more afraid of.
Yeah, he made this jaguar look scared. This motherfucker, the apex to me. The apex of the apex. And he running, I'm running too.
The giant anteater. The ultimate sleeper build.
Giant
The same claws they use to break into termite mounds can easily tuck you into a permanap. When you realize termite mounds are built like concrete, then you'll realize that I lied. A 7-foot feather duster is something a jaguar has to worry about. Giant anteaters have killed jaguars. And they have a human body count too. In 2012, a 47-year-old hunter
those claws are vicious.
approached an anteater head on, as if he didn't take the animal seriously. The anteater slashed his thigh and bled him to death. 2 years earlier, an anteater defended itself against another hunter and killed him after severing his femoral artery.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking at this motherfucker and look at this.
Itself.
Look at this motherfucker. You gonna underestimate this? Why? Because he looked like a limp deer. Like, bro, what is he? He's still big as hell. You know what I'm saying? That nose long as hell. You know he got claws. Like, do anything. You just don't underestimate any animal, bro. You just don't. You don't.
Against another hunter and
That's
killed
just stupid.
him after severing his femoral artery. A homicidal panda-armed vacuum cleaner is not a joke. The first red flag is being anything that comfortable in the presence of a predator. But the reason I'd be more nervous around a termite terminator than a jaguar
Nah, fam, delete that. Bro, why you recording, bro?
is the predator paradox. Remember, with predators, you gotta earn their concern. Unless cubs are involved, otters won't bother. And
That's somebody's
jaguars
Theo.
are big enough to not care. But a legally blind Freddy Krueger steroid sloth will bleed you the first time you look like a threat. And they don't get saved from captivity.
I believe it.
Because in 2007, a zookeeper was gored so badly, she had to get her leg amputated.
Oh, Lord.
An operation that ultimately killed her.
That's the thing. Once they get the claws on you, bro, it's over. It's over with, bro. Cause they already made up their mind what they finna do, and then they just gonna keep going and going and going and going. Just like you know how they do with the wood and shit. They just keep going and going and going. You're not gonna stop just cause you're a human body, bro. They think you a threat or a food.
You're gonna learn that you fear the prey more than the predator, which is why it's surprising that arguably the jaguar's most feared prey is an animal you probably wouldn't think of. You're screwed if you get pressed by peccary. Not just because they have tusks that can emancipate your insides, because they roll in packs too and will defend each other. 300-pound jaguars have been driven up the trees by murder swine, and from this video you can see they'll deliver that same smoke to people. This is the mammal that scares me the most in the Amazon, because if you see one, you know many more will follow.
Yeah, see that's very, very scary. Is animals that travel in packs like this, bro. Because even though they might not look the most threatening or whatever, but seeing a whole pack of them just coming after you at the same time, it's got to be the most devastating thing possible, bro. At least when you're facing that one thing, even with the jaguar, like most likely the jaguar not going to bother you or something or even be scared of you. But these motherfuckers, they come in a pack and they decide they want your ass, you're cooked.
They roll in packs too and will defend each other. 300-pound jaguar, many more will follow. People have found dead jaguars with stab wounds, but surrounded by hooves. That pretty much tells you how the cat went out. Not only is this not a pig likely responsible for gun laws in certain states, it's arguably the worst mammalian jump scare in the jungle. But the most dangerous is an animal you may not have even considered, unless you live there. Because in a study interviewing over 120 people, more than 40% had been attacked by a vampire bat.
What?
Only 3 species regularly feed on blood.
Bat?
The common vampire bat specializes in bleeding mammals, usually them in seals and livestock, but opportunity can bring them right to humans. The first known outbreak of human rabies transmitted by bats was in 1930s Trinidad, where up to 90 people died. In 2005, there were 55 human rabies cases caused by bats, which was up from the 46 in 2004.
Yeah, I've definitely known and learned about that bats do carry a lot of viruses and shit.
Since the 1930s, it's estimated that over 1,000 people have died to vampire bat-assisted rabies, with the bulk being in Brazil and Peru. Now, bats already get a lot of shit, and I feel bad for even contributing to it. Just keep in mind that typically less than 1% of bats in an area may have rabies at any given time, and they're only really a problem in places with difficult access to medical attention. Like the Amazon. But there's also a chance bats being more dangerous is only thanks to us. One species was said to only bleed birds like guan and tinamous, but with their natural prey driven out by human activity, they started resorting to people, with a 2016 study finding human blood in bat samples. Mind you, before it was thought that these bats would rather starve than drink mammalian blood. Bats have an unfair reputation for what they do for the world. Without them, we wouldn't have chocolate or tequila. But it'd also be a lie if I said the chances you fall asleep outside and get your blood assets drained aren't zero.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The mammals of the Amazon are only responsible for a fraction of the life retirements there. Well, most of the mammals. Wink, wink. But it's the reptiles that are more infamous.
Yeah, so basically what the bats was he's explaining was that, you know, they have a bad reputation of, you know, carrying the viruses and basically spreading diseases and stuff, which they do. But I guess what he's explaining is that, you know, the humans actually drove out basically their food, eliminated it so that they resorted to, you know, going for humans, you know, blood. And because, you know, you could contract things from human blood, obviously humans are most likely the ones with the diseases and stuff. And then now it has it in his blood and now he just spreading it wherever, and that's how it happens, which is pretty fucked up. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna mess with no bats regardless, man. They ugly as hell to me.
There. Well, most of the mammals.
These vampire ones at least.
But it's the reptiles that are more infamous, and no reptile displays the insanity of the Amazon more than the cayman. I feel so bad for the cayman. It seems evolving on a winning team only led to them getting bodied. They get their wigs split by jaguars and can get mauled by otters, squeezed to a flat line by anaconda, and electrocuted by an animal that has no business having that power.
Oh my god.
When they're small, they can get attack on tightened by heron.
God damn, these niggas don't stand no chance. They got put into the warfare, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how you go in Fortnite and you just gotta pick up any gray weapon? He's the gray weapon.
By rodents.
Before you find a chest, nothing.
Cayman earned the ire of the most dangerous predator of all time. Cayman got dropped into hardcore server and have been getting curb stomped by the jungle census since.
Damn,
there's one cayman this doesn't really apply to. The black cayman can grow to 16 feet long, weigh over 1,000 pounds, and an adult would not take this crap from a jaguar. In fact, in the land of apex predators, the black cayman might be the apex predator, as many locals fear
that motherfucker looked like a dinosaur, bro. Did you see how he looked right here? Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. That motherfucker look, you can't even see his eye. Look at it. Look, you could barely see his eye, bro. Just fully black, just ready to take you out. Look at his stomach. Bro could fit like 2 jaguars in that bit.
1,000 pounds, and an adult would not take this crap from a jaguar.
Holy.
In fact, in the land of apex predators, the black cayman might be the apex predator, as many locals fear them more than any jaguar, otter, or eel.
I would
Since
too.
2014, there have been 66 cayman attacks with 19 deaths, with most occurring near fishing sites. And while most of these attacks are defensive or straight up provoked by people, the scariest thing is their personalities.
Oh my gosh.
Cayman in areas where they've historically been hunted are shy and super people avoiding. But in other areas, people will tell you that they'll attack anything that moves. And I promise you're not ready for how powerful the biggest member of the alligator family can be. Just the force of their tail can shatter your knee with a well-aimed swing. But unlike—
I'm not surprised by that. Look at this fucking tail, bro. Look at this tail. That is remarkable. And looks like completely hard, bro. Too hard, too solid. Yeah, that'll snap your knee. That'll fucking break somebody's arm off at this point, like if he whacks it hard enough.
With a well-aimed swing. But unlike crocodiles, cayman don't really have the reputation for becoming man-eaters, and like others, a majority of their victims are fish. And again, it's another example of humans being the real monsters. Because the black cayman was nearly poached into extinction for its hide, so bad that it led to the explosion of the capybara and piranha that were being kept in check, which ironically would only bite humanity right in the agriculture. But there's one reptile that has a reputation worse than the cayman, and it's—
trigger warning, a new foe.
This trigger warning is only because my mom's afraid of snakes, and if you're like her, go to this timestamp.
I mean, I am afraid of things, but when it comes to watching videos, it just is what it is. But like sometimes I'll cringe and stuff. But let's see.
Biggest snake on the planet. Not the longest, that would be the reticulated python. But the heavyweight title goes to the green.
Bro, put your freaky ass tongue back in your mouth, man. That tongue do though.
Python. But the heavyweight title goes to the green anaconda. Now the anaconda is actually the animal victim to the most egregious size exaggerations of any animal. But most agree a female can reach the neighborhood of 20 feet long and violate the scales at nearly 550 pounds. You probably know the anaconda life deprived with an existing ending embrace.
Yeah, this motherfucker just accepting it at this point. Is like, fuck, y'all see this shit, bro? How did I even get here, dude?
It's not the suffocation that does you. It's the fact that they squeeze so tight, your heart can't pump against the pressure, and any blood flow to the brain gets blocked. Not to mention, backwards facing teeth make it impossible to escape custody. An adult Amazonian anaconda is another apex predator, one that can swallow virtually anything, thanks to jaws that don't unhinge, but actually stretch to accommodate.
Yeah, bro, I remember seeing a freaking video of one of these type of snakes. I'm pretty sure it was this type of snake that he's talking about right now that literally just swallow a fucking whole alligator whole. Or crocodile, whatever it was.
They can shove out of their mouths to breathe through like a meat snorkel. So Stevie Wonder could see how Titanoboa's little brother could easily void a human. But there is a catch. Human shoulders are the #1 reason most snakes aren't physically capable of swallowing a human.
Shoulders?
If they are, it is very, very rare for one to try, let alone succeed. And even though the biggest anacondas probably could, there are 0 cases of one ever eating a person. Let me say that again. It's never happened that we know of. People have been struck by condas, but the animal that eats like 5 times a year and then spends the rest of it on power save mode definitely is doing it out of defense. Meaning if a paraplegic dragon bites you, you probably did something.
Probably, yeah.
But this is not the snake to be afraid.
Either you did something, or like a lot of animals do, they have a very reactive response to being around their children or whatever. Depending on how snakes, I'm not sure how anacondas treat their offspring or whatever, or how that is.
That would be, look, snakes have a worse PR than bats, so I don't even want to do them like that. But if you see a big viper in the cut, pick a higher power and start a conversation. There's a lot of venomous snakes in the Amazon, and the most infamous is the common lancehead, or the fer-de-lance. Out of all the venomous snake bites in the Amazon, the common lancehead is responsible for up to 90%. Between 2012 and 2021, the number of common lancehead bites was 202,604, with 766 deaths. And I'm gonna link the study that said it.
Bro, that's 10 years, 200,000 bites, 766. So that's fucking what? 766. That's 76 deaths per year, right? If I did that math right, let me just make sure. Yeah, that's like about 76, 77. You know, if you round up.
And I don't believe it. Lancehead venom isn't just toxic, it's designed to murk prey fast so the snake doesn't have to track them. The venom attacks tissues and blood cells and causes them to lyse and burst, instigating internal hemorrhaging while also blocking blood clotting with anticoagulants to keep you bleeding. And it happens.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's so fucking vicious. So not only, you know, the bite, the venom, whatever, it literally stops you from being able to form blood clot. Oh my god.
Clotting with anticoagulants to keep you.
So you can't heal.
And
you literally can't heal.
One 10-year-old girl was bit, and even with relatively quick medical attention, she still had to get her leg amputated. Another girl was struck, likely by a fer-de-lance, and the venom turned her leg into a black stick. You can look it up if you want. I'm sure as hell not going to show it here, but a black stick tinted green. That is what her leg was reduced to. Now, what cost her leg was the fact that she was originally treated with traditional medicine and not brought to a clinic until a month later. Most times with immediate medical, a majority of bite victims end up making a full recovery. And the fact that most bites end up being dry explains the low bite to death ratio. But it's when you get envenomated in an area of difficult or remote access that you're basically a walking corpse.
Yeah.
The sad part is,
see, that's the thing. It's like if you're near a hospital or have a medical professional with you, have a team that can, you know, be ready to do some anti-venom or just treat you on site, then it's not as dangerous. But yeah, if you just in this bitch or even trying to do concert or whatever, you don't have no medical professional, there's nothing around, you might be cooked, bro. As soon as you get bit, that's it. Like, the venom's gonna set in. I mean, by the time you do reach somewhere, you can get out fast. Even if you do go by helicopter or something, just depending on what's around. I don't know what the fuck is around the Amazon. That could lead to, you know, certain industrial parts, but I would imagine there's nowhere near close enough to like probably save your leg or something.
Snakes don't want to resort to using venom unless they think their life is in danger. In fact, most times the snake will bite at you instead of biting you. But lanceheads often hunt rats in coffee or banana plantations, which can lead to a double-edged jump scare for them and the farm workers. So while everyone's scared of Satan's weighted jump rope, it's a snake you don't see that should scare you. Also, honorable mention to the Bushmaster. With a name like that, you are not to to be played with. You got it.
Bushmaster.
But it's not just the venomous occupants that'll fold you. The poisonous ones will get you too. And the Amazon has the most poisonous animal on the planet.
Oh, I would imagine.
It's a tiny skittle of a frog.
Yup. Why did I know, bro? As soon as he showed this frog, I already knew, bro. I actually seen this once I went to the zoo and stuff, and I think this frog was there, bro. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually not sure why they would have it. And then hopefully that motherfucker don't get out. But I did see some type of poison in frog.
It's the second biggest
It looks like it.
forest. The same caustic hermit that could sleep comfortably on a quarter has enough toxins to one-shot 20 people, 20,000 mice, and 2 bull African elephants. There are no elephants in the Amazon. This thing's built like a biblical punishment. The poison dart frog got
What the fuck is this?
elephants.
What is this?
In the Amazon. This thing's built
Why do you just have a snake in your mouth? Is that a frog too, my nigga?
like a biblical punishment.
Oh, hell
The
no.
dart frog got its name from indigenous hunters rubbing their arrow tips on the frog's back.
I'm gonna rub my
If you
tip.
were to get injected, at best the batrachotoxin would cause numbness and nausea. At a higher concentration, the poison that runs interference between nerves would
Bro got
cause
balls in his
paralysis,
mouth?
convulsions, and even seizures. Any higher
Wow.
paralysis of the diaphragm and heart failure would cause suffocation, cardiac arrest, and death. To add insult to permanent inactivity, it's not even their poison they're packing. That is a stolen bag. The amphibian
Really?
poison pill gets it from the beetles they eat and open carries the chemicals. To my knowledge, a poison frog hasn't directly packed up a person, but recently Russian opposition Alexei Navalny was lethally poisoned by poison frog poison. So on the list of animals to fear in the Amazon, rancid ribbon.
That's very unique trait that I've never really seen before, bro. They actually contract the toxins. I mean, they're not naturally poisonous. They literally get the poison from their food. Isn't that crazy? I've never really heard of something like that before.
Are pretty low. Mostly because their dress code is a literal red flag, along with green, gold, and all the others. Getting in the water is different.
For sure.
You'd likely never see it coming. So what is the scariest fish in the Amazon? Because there are a lot of options. The arapaima is a several hundred-pound armor-plated Jurassic
God
guppy
damn.
that can easily turn your lights off. Bull sharks are considered the most aggressive shark species and the closest to the stereotype, and they've been known to venture up the Amazon.
Oh,
While they're
hell
not
no.
as unhinged as their reputation is, and attacks in rivers are super rare, murky river water is the best place to become a shark statistic. And the pacu has human teeth and has been nicknamed the ball cutter.
The fuck he have human teeth for? If he need to go to the dentist.
No further comment. But the most infamous fish
Wait, hold on.
and has been nicknamed the ball cutter.
The what cutter, my nigga? The what? The what?
No further comment. But the most infamous fish in the Amazon is the candiru. And they're the reason people say you should never pee in the waters. Because according to legend, the parasitic pin needle will follow the urine up your urethra, where they get lodged up there with their backwards facing spines. Think of the anaconda's jaws, but clamped inside up there with their backwards facing spines. Think of the anaconda's jaws, but clamped inside the most sensitive part of your body. And
bro, I feel like I feel it. I don't want to ever feel that, bro. Yeah, I'm never going to Amazon. I'm sorry, Jet.
Allegedly, only invasive surgery can remove it. But in all of humanity's history, there has been only one recorded case of such a fate, with one man in 1997 claiming that a candiru jumped out of the water, swam up his pee stream, and into him.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh, bro. That's hurting me just thinking about that. Just imagine something literally swimming up your hole. Not your butt, your pee hole?
Claiming that a candiru jumped out of the water, swam up his pee stream, and into him. Yet science has proven that not only is that physically impossible, like fluid physics, it has also been proven that candiru aren't even attracted to human urine. The piranha is another fish with bad PR, but we now know that there are scavengers that also eat plants. You could sit in a pool of feeding piranhas and, like a toddler's vegetables, likely go untouched. Now, attacks do happen, and headlines can be something out of a horror movie, but they're rare, and usually only in times of extreme environmental stress and shallow water. Also, the whole piranha flesh-stripping a cow thing was actually a psyop staged by locals to impress President Theodore Roosevelt. You're much more likely to accidentally eat a piranha than the other way around. And even the pacu's ball-biting reputation has been greatly exaggerated. So what's the scariest?
Dang, they don't bite balls, man? What the hell?
Fish in the Amazon? It's definitely the one that's less eel than fish. The electric eel is actually a knife fish related to a catfish, but it's closer to an aquatic taser. The fact that there's a fish that's just up and weaponized electricity and we just all accept that as a fact of life is the third biggest middle finger the Amazon has to offer. And at 8 feet up to 40 pounds.
Bro, that's the thing I'll never understand, how they have electricity and they're fucking in water. Like, I want to know the science behind that.
The Amazon has to offer. And at 8 feet up to 40 pounds, this imitation eel has killed people. But it's not the electricity you worry about. It's getting knocked out in water and drowning knee deep. It's also the fact they can jump out of the water to tase you, which a scientist discovered by accident when he tried transferring one into a new aquarium and nearly got fried in the process. Not to mention 8 feet of knotted eel can have all their vital organs packed into 20% of their body. The remaining 80 is reserved for electric organs.
Wow.
It's one of those things you blindly.
So that's why they literally just slither up and just, they could shock anything at that point, bro. They can use a lot of their body to shock you. So, I mean, it's not just one part that you got to worry about. It's the whole fucking body pretty much.
This is one of those things you blindly accept as a kid, only to severely question the existence of as an adult. So we went through mammals, reptiles, fish, and amphibians. That only leaves the most dangerous group of all.
Chad, have any of you guys been stung by an eel before, or like a jellyfish or something? What was your experience with that, bro? You had to like go to the hospital, you had an allergic reaction. Like, what was that? What is that experience? I know somebody that watches these videos have had that before.
Kinda. Because spiders aren't insects, but damn it, they're going in this section.
Oh, hell no. Nah.
Spider warning.
Oh, hell no. Nah. Spider warning.
Goliath bird-eating spiders are the largest tarantulas in the world. The funny thing is, they rarely prey on birds, but the naming guy made damn sure you don't forget they can. They mostly go for rats, frogs, lizards, sometimes snakes. And they
I didn't even see this motherfucker right now, bro.
They can. They mostly go for rats, frogs, lizards.
I didn't even see. Bro, I didn't even see this motherfucker. I thought that was a rock or something. Damn.
Sometimes snakes, and they do this by paralyzing prey with venom and then liquefying their insides with enzymes to turn the prey into soup. But as that one—
Yep, we learned about that from Doggy Dude. A lot of spiders do that actually, bro. Literally just suck you dry pretty much.
That's that one weird spider apologist that refused to kill them as a kid. I gotta say that tarantulas are virtually harmless, with venom no worse than a wasp sting, and they've never killed a human. The most dangerous thing about them is that they're terrified of humans and will flick highly irritating hairs into your face as defense, and those hairs are absolute hell if they get in your eyes. And as intimidating—
Like, they flick it and it just comes off their body? Or what? Like, what?
as a Goliath might be,
Obviously,
they're like a soft-shell lobster to a coati. And people too, because the tarantula is considered a delicacy.
What the fuck?
Now this spider is—
People eat tarantulas like that? Is it good?
a different ball game. The Brazilian wandering spider is responsible for thousands of bites a year, with an estimated 40,000 occurring annually in its
Oh my
namesake
god,
country.
look at
Like
this.
the tarantula, they're also afraid of people and lash out defensively. The problem is, they also hide in dark crevices, which leads to a mutual jump scare from people. They have an especially bad habit of—
Yeah, if I saw this, I'm praying, my nigga. Like, I'm praying, I'm burning the whole house down. Ain't no way I'm getting this close to even film, my nigga. Like, ain't no way.
which leads to a mutual jump scare from people.
Oh
they
my
have an
Lord.
especially bad habit of finding themselves inside shipments of bananas. There was one time a store in Austria was shut down for several days after one spawned out of a banana crate like a jack-in-the-box. Appropriate response, because the Brazilian Antichrist venom has a lot of effects: paralysis, trouble breathing, but the most infamous side effect is that envenomation can cause a painful, several-hour case of priapism. Now Google priapism and you'll understand why this is the #1 middle finger of the rainforest. One that can end your baby-making career permanently. With
Really?
thousands of recorded bites a year, there have been less than 20 deaths recorded since the 1900s. Mostly because, again, animals don't love to waste venom, and most bites are dry, and even if they aren't, with anti-venom, you're
the
almost
fuck?
guaranteed to be fine.
This nigga talking about some knees. Like, bro, what you finna do, bro? Nigga, I step on your ass, bro.
That being said, you better have anti-venom. I love Die Hard, not enough to live it. That being said,
Yeah,
I take
for sure.
a spider over a centipede. The Amazonian variety is the
Oh, nah.
largest on the planet, and they punch way above their weight class, with a prey list that can include birds, bats, and rats.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this would scare me way more than a spider would, bro. Especially that last spider. Yeah, this motherfucker is something straight out of a fucking horror movie.
On the planet, and they punch way above their weight class, with a prey list that can include birds, bats, and rats. Centipedes
my
like this
Lord.
can submit prey 15 times their size.
Yo, all those legs and it just grabs you with all that shit. Yeah, there's no way of getting out.
This can submit prey 15 times their size with
Oh my
paralyzing
gosh.
neurotoxic venom. And it is no exaggeration, one of the most painful bites a human being can experience. It probably won't
Jesus.
kill you, and that's not as a favor to you. There's at least one case of a centipede subtracting a person, and it was when a Venezuelan child opened a soda can and was mortally wounded.
I wonder if, what's his name? Coyote Peterson got bit by this. Did he get bit by this chat? I know we reacted to his videos, but it actually like ended up getting copyrighted or something. And so like, I don't know. I'm like waiting to see if the dispute gets approved. And that's why I haven't reacted to the other videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause if it just gets automatically copyrighted like that, then I just don't like to mess with it. But hopefully it gets resolved, and it's not like a strike or anything. It's just you know, demonetize it. So I'm hoping it could just get monetized. But yeah, until then, I just won't react to Coyote Peterson, bro.
Soda can and was mortally wounded by the crawly hidden inside. That does raise one hell of a question though. Would you rather take a bite from a centipede or stings from bullet ants? How it got its name is pretty straightforward.
Neither.
Its indigenous name translates to the one who wounds deeply, as well as 24-hour ant, because you're scheduled for 24 hours of agony and untold suffering once you get bit. Entomologist Justin Schmidt has described a sting as less like a gunshot and more like walking over flaming charcoal with 3-inch nails stuck up your foot.
What?
The ants are even used as a rite
Is
of
that
passage
bad?
for Setere Mawe people, with those initiated having to wear a glove of these piss ants for some time, all while being lit up by the insects. It's
What
a process
the
that
fuck?
can cause temporary paralysis and hallucination.
Yeah, I mean, just death. From how much pain you're in, you put your body into cardiac arrest because of how stress is going, how fast your heart beating and all that shit. I mean, dude, why? Like, this is supposed to build a certain type of strength and like mental fortitude. Like, what?
And the process is done not once, but up to 20 times. It's a different
Oh,
level
hell
of pain,
no.
but one that's not lethal, as bullet ants have never killed a person. Yeah. So as unpleasant
That
as
we know
a
of.
wandering spider, centipede,
Brazilian.
or ant army would be, those aren't the bites you fear the most.
Jeez.
This is. Because the
What the
kissing
fuck
bug
is that?
statistically
The kissing bug. I don't want no kiss, man. Get your freak ass away from me, boy.
one of the deadliest animals in the Amazon, with a worldwide kill rate of over 10,000, with over 7 million people infected. And it's because
Really?
assassin bugs can spread a parasite that delivers Chagas disease, a parasite they
So this motherfucker puts a parasite in you? Oh, hell no. Get out! Yep, Amazon trip is officially canceled, bro. I might not even use Amazon in the first place because they might ship me some spiders for watching this video or something, bro. That us.
through their poop. Once you accidentally
What?
rub delivers Chagas
What?
disease, a parasite they spread through their poop. Once you accidentally rub the
So they shitting on us. Metaphorically and physically.
infected feces into a bite wound, you've been got, and you often don't realize it until you wake up looking like you lost an argument to Mike Tyson. It's an uncomfortable, unsightly
Damn.
disease, one that erases tens of thousands of lives in the Amazon, including, allegedly, Charles Darwin. It's highly suspected that the long-time 40-year illness and eventual demise of the father of evolution was caused by a one-time run-in with a kissing bug and the development of Chagas that came after. By the numbers,
That's
that
insane,
makes this
bro.
bug one of the deadliest creatures
Oh
in the
yeah,
jungle.
for sure. I've never seen some bugs bite basically transfer a whole parasite into you that can in turn give you disease and shit. I mean, that's fucking, oh wow, that's out of this world. I've never heard something like that. Like, yeah, we hear about venom, you know, poison or whatever, but just injecting a parasite, my nigga, like what?
That spot goes to the deadliest animal of all time. The animal you should fear the most isn't a jaguar, anaconda, cayman, or even unethical Viagra. It's the mosquito. The mosquito has barely...
I'm not even surprised, my nigga. I'm not even surprised, bro. Mosquitoes are the most useless animal, insect, whatever the fuck it is, thing in this world, bro. It just is. All it does is just annoy you, take your blood, get BBLs, and just live on with their life, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, some of them even take too much blood and they end up exploding. Like, what is you even doing at this point, dude? Like, deadass, what is their purpose, dude? Like,
more people than every single war in human history combined. And it's no different in Earth's biggest jungle.
and I'm already gonna predict that it's super deadly because mosquitoes, especially, I would imagine in the Amazon, first of all, they probably about to be thick as fuck. And they're gonna be carrying a lot of, you know, diseases and shit, bro.
And it's no different in Earth's biggest jungle, as Anopheles darlingi has killed untold numbers of people, as largely the biggest vector of malaria.
Look at that, they getting
along
free
with other
BBLs.
maladies like dengue, yellow fever, and even
fuck?
Zika. I consider them so dangerous because there's no confusion if a jaguar or viper bites you, but mosquito bites can easily go under the radar until you wake up to the Grim Reaper on your nightstand. And the worst part is,
Oh my gosh, chat, I live in an area where it is a lot of mosquitoes, and they're definitely like, they're pretty feisty mosquitoes, bro. I literally have to get a service over here to make sure that we control them and, you know, get buckets and stuff throughout, you know, the different parts of the house so that it actually traps their larvae and everything to reduce it as much as possible, right? Because when I first moved here, they were so vicious, bro. Like, bites after bites after bites, and it gets the worst in summertime, of course. But dude, I can imagine, like, it's already bad where, like, I can only imagine what the fucking Amazon would be, bro. Like, what the mosquitoes would look there, dude. Oh, hell no.
Mosquitoes could easily be way worse. One, because only females suck blood, but also because out of the thousands of species, mainly 3 are responsible for census cuts on humanity. One adjustment by them and they could possibly wipe us out, but again, it might be our own fault they're so dangerous, as deforestation has boosted the number of bites, and those same deforested areas can have biting rates 278 times the normal. And that's why it's humans that are tied for the most dangerous animal in the Amazon. It's been said that deforestation has killed 500,000 people in the last 20 years, with nearly 30,000 a year attributed to heat stress. But human-caused deaths can be even more direct, as over 1,700...
Why do they even... What is the point of the deforestation? Like, what is the point of doing this? Like, what are they trying to build something here? Trying to make it like some sort of fucking tourist, you know, expedition? Like, what is the point of this?
500,000 people in the last 20 years.
Like, why can't we just leave it alone?
With nearly 30,000 a year attributed to heat stress. But human-caused deaths can be even more direct, as over 1,700 activists have been murdered in the Amazon between 2012 and 2021, while trying to prevent activity like mining, oil drilling, and logging. That's more than the deaths due to jaguars, anacondas, cayman, venomous snakes, and spiders combined. So no, I'm not just being edgy when I say one of the most life-threatening things you can run into in the world's most dangerous jungle is another human. And most of those murked were indigenous activists fighting for their land. Now keep in mind, it was also humans that nearly drove the cayman out of commission, a panda into past tense, and many, many more. As for the Amazon, it is as dangerous as it is beautiful, and the animals in it are really only doing what they can to survive, and both are worthy of respect and fear.
Nah, I mean, dude, if I were able to take a virtual trip and just go around the Amazon in real time, bro, I would do that in a heartbeat. Because I know it's gonna be beautiful. I love animals. I love, you know, nature and stuff, especially since we've been learning so much about things lately, these type of videos that we watch. Like, it just makes you appreciate animals more, makes you appreciate things more, except mosquitoes. Fuck them niggas. Nothing will ever change my opinion on that. But, you know, everything else, like even the spiders, like I hate spiders. I hate spiders. And I'm still not gonna let a spider live in my house, man. Oh shit, I thought that was something. I'm hallucinating because of it. Anyways, if I see a spider in my house, you dead. If I see anything in my house, you're dead. You don't belong in here, you know? But if it's outside and shit, like it is what it is, you know? I'm not gonna freak out and like throw a tantrum over it or just like completely despise it, because nature's nature, yo. You just gotta let it play out and everything. It was put here by, you know, the creator, and it's meant to be here, you know? Except mosquitoes. Fuck them. I don't know why they're here, bro. They just got mutated from something else. I'm convinced, bro. But yeah, I would explore the Amazon if I could, bro. If I could. Maybe one day, I don't know, Chad. I would have to, the only way I would do this is if I go with somebody that's a professional and like also have a medical team behind me too. Like, that would be the only way. And yeah, I don't touch grass enough to do something like this, so I don't know.
Because the most terrifying thing about them is the reality of a world where they're not here.
But it's so beautiful, I imagine. Okay, I don't want to watch the rest of this, but this is Arturo Duarte, the snake ninja, Brazilian activist and conservationist, famous for putting poisonous / venomous animals in his mouth to raise awareness and protect against Amazon deforestation and river pollution. Hey, that's for a good cause though, my boy. I hope you're okay though. W cause, W purpose, man. I like that. Yeah, definitely. I'm against that myself. I mean, I just don't understand. What's the reason why they do that? I'm sure there's some type of reason, but it don't make that much sense. I mean, the Amazon's the Amazon. What are you gonna turn it into? Fucking a store of Amazon? Like, what is the point, bro? Anyways, yeah, chat, this is a great video. I've always wanted to learn about the Amazon deeply, detailed like this. So shout out Casual Geographic. Make sure you guys go subscribe if you guys want more content like that. And yeah, chat, let me know what else you guys want to react to, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.